Yeah, we're waiting for the returns to come in, the final numbers to come in. Tate Reeves upstairs. Former Governor Haley Barbour with me now. Governor, you've been following this race. Obviously, you followed a lot of races in your days.
Well, dude, I followed this race. Tate and I got elected together in 2003. And, of course, I served 8 years as governor, and then Phil Bryant. And now Tate is trying to win his second term. And as I look at the returns, down the ballot, the Republicans are winning races 65-35. Tate's running right now in the mid-50s. I know that the Democrats are thinking maybe they can make it up in Hinds County. Doesn't look to me like they can, but you know, it's never over till it's over.
Yeah.
And I recognize that.
The campaign money invested, both sides of the ticket, have been astounding by most accounts. More than $20+ billion.
Well, has been, but you know, there's a real political message in that. Of Presley's, the Democrats, $10 million that he received from the National Party, 80% of it was raised in California or New York or Washington, D.C. Not because those people care anything about Mississippi. They want to change Mississippi. They don't want the Mississippi we want. And I'm not a critic of Brandon Presley, but the people that are behind him in Washington and New York and California, they're not like us.
You think it's time to call this race, or is it still too close?
I got more sense into trying to tell you guys how to do your job.
Wise, wise, wise. Thank you, Governor.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Former Governor Haley Barbour. So we're here at the Sheraton in Flowood, gauging the numbers, waiting for Tate Reeves to come out. We'll let you know when he does. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Scott. And Reeves' opponent, Brandon Presley, and his team are waiting in Jackson for those results to come in.
That's right. 16 WAPT's Ross Adams is joining us live from the Falconer in downtown Jackson, where Presley and his supporters have been throughout the night tonight. Ross, what does today look like for Presley?
Well, the stage behind me is rather empty. We're told that Brandon Presley is in the building. We haven't seen him all night. On another floor here in the Falconer, there are hundreds of his supporters who have been not able to watch television because there are no screens in the building. They're scrolling their cell phones to try to catch up with the latest results. Now, obviously, one of the big issues is what's happening with the ballot fiasco in Hinds County. If we could take a look at the numbers, we can see that Brandon Presley has been consistently trailing Reeves all night in some of the counties across the state. Presley is even losing his home county in northeast Mississippi, where he was expected to have a strong showing if he was going to be victorious tonight. But he is losing in those counties. And at last check, about 40% of the vote had been counted in Hinds County. We don't know how long of a night it will be, given that so many precincts ran out of ballots today and voters were forced to wait in line for hours until additional new ballots were printed and then brought out to those voters. We also don't know how many voters in Hinds County may have simply given up and not voted today. We can tell you that the last tweet we saw, or X post from Brandon Presley a few hours ago, he was encouraging his supporters, if they were still in line, to stay in line. Of course, again, it's going to be a very long night, as Hinds County could be a crucial county. Have to wait to see the outcome of this race, but perhaps reality could be setting in for Brandon Presley, who's outspent Governor Reeves. Mr. Presley visited all 82 counties, but it's beginning to look like he may not pull off this upset victory that many of his supporters have been counting on for months and months. For now, we're live in downtown Jackson. Ross Adams at 16 WAPT News.